the ring, the bell's about to chime. Turnbuckle Talk, we're here to shine. Flagship on the airwaves, leading the pack. Breaking news reviews, we've got your back. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat. From AEW to WWE, we cover it all from A to Z. Interviews, insights, and match reviews. If it's wrestling news, we've got the clues. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring the stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat.
In what is a historic rise for Turnbuckle Talk, the same can be said for TNA, as we are on episode number 450 for Turnbuckle Talk here on Turnbuckle Studios. And tonight we're going to be talking about changing the channel, TNA's next big era. But we have a number of things besides just that one topic that we are going to go over as well here tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on this broadcast, on this program known as Turnbuckle Talk. I really do appreciate it.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Carl. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be doing all of this that we love so much for this business and this industry that we are so passionate about.
I've only laid the groundwork. You guys have ran with it. That's about it. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, this is historic here as well. Mr. Bobby Batito. Bobby Stats, my friend, how are you? It is good to have you here. Love that you are on YouTube watching us right now and that you just liked the video, as everybody else should do. And he's joined alongside Mr. Chris Parrish, who is watching us as well. But I'm very happy, Bobby, that you are here. It's been a while, and I hope you are doing very well, my friend. I know that we have talked on some of the socials on Instagram. It's great to have you here, man.
Always.
Yeah.
Bobby has been a welcome contributor to our chat for well over a year now. Whether it's here on Turnbuckle Talk, on any of the other programs going on here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. So thank you, Bobby. Once again, always great to see you. We appreciate you and everything you bring to our program.
And I will give, maybe, I don't know if everybody's seeing it, but we'll give an apology if OM Dynamics camera does something peculiar tonight. Yeah, it's technology, friends. That's about all that it is. Bobby says he's doing well. I'm very happy to hear that. Somebody who's not doing so well right now is someone over in Japan. I hate talking about stuff like this because it's just so negative, but we do need to bring it up just so that it's put out there so that everybody knows that there's been some internal issues that have caused some major booking problems and issues within Unpaso Incorporated, which is Tetsuya Naito's company over in Japan.
Yeah.
There was a report that came out that a new employee kind of made some wrongful demands. Do you guys know anything about that?
Yeah. I've looked into this because I'm a huge Naito fan myself. And it kind of sickened me that this employee was doing this on behalf of Naito, because I'm assuming Naito didn't want any of this to happen.
Of course.
He made some wrongful demands regarding Naito and Bushi's scheduled appearances for Germany's WXW promotion. This employee also insisted on EU work visas, which is not needed to go and wrestle in Europe, as what they're saying here. Is what I'm reading here, I should say. It was also later revealed that the same employee had also caused problems by giving incorrect information, which ultimately led to Naito and Bushi to end the current business setup.
Yeah.
That's really yeah.
Naito did put out a statement on this. OM Dynamic. Do you know anything about that statement he put out?
Not really. I know he's very disappointed. He did apologize to everyone with WXW and to all those who were looking forward to his match in Germany.
Yeah.
He is very disappointed, but he looks forward to being able to come back and do this again. He apologized again for causing concern and inconvenience due to an internal issue, but he promises they will work together under new management to deliver an LTJ, Los Tranquilos de Japón, that surpasses anything they've done before.
And good pronunciation. That was yeah. Lots of people can't say that. Tranquilos de Upan. So yeah, good for you. Good for you. I like that. So yeah, Naito's come out and issued a statement, and that's partially what the statement was. We just kind of summarized everything here in that statement. As of right now, they are just going to shut down.
Yes.
For the time being.
Yes, I believe they did say they were going to come back once they could form a new business model.
Yeah, and this is actually a smart move to do, to take a step back and reevaluate everything that's gone down. And it's not a closure, it's a shutdown. Like he's taking a step back with everything and just, like I said, reevaluating the entire situation.
Which is very smart on their part to do, for sure. So we wish Naito the best of luck. If you're not sure who that is, there we go. There is Naito. Photo credit here is going to ewrestlingnews.com. The chat kind of covers up where the photo credits are. That's my mistake. I should have put them into a different place. For that, I apologize. You're going to notice that throughout the evening as we go through this broadcast. So we wish him the best of luck with everything that is going on, and really hope that he is able to move past this and go forward to be able to get that new company or new things all put up. So it'll be interesting to see over the next little while. But he did say that it's not going to be long term, that it's going to be something that is revisited. Just like this next person, we would have hoped that this would have been a long term for him, but unfortunately he has come out to say it is not long term. And that person we're talking about right now is a returning for one night only Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder recently returned to be part of the John Cena farewell tournament, I guess they're calling it. And had a great showing, in my opinion. Had a great showing.
Oh, yeah, he did. I mean, if you watched mine and OMD's reaction on the SmackDown security detail, he wasn't even on our bingo card, first of all, when we were making our guesses on who it could be.
Right.
But him showing up just out of nowhere, and I was blown away by it. And I was blown away that he came out as Zack Ryder, because we all thought that if he were to come back to the WWE, it would be under the Matt Cardona name.
Right. I believe that's what I had said.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. This was huge. And I mean, Mr. Best just really said it best. Like, our reaction when we saw him, when that music hit. and a bit of a remix to the music, but I mean, we know what he's been doing on the indies and just how much better he is than the previous incarnation of Zack Ryder. So this match that he had with LA Knight was absolutely incredible.
5
These
years.
2 guys, yeah, 5 years. These 2 guys absolutely brought it.
That they did. It was glorious to see. Just to say the least, right?
Yeah, and I love what everybody was saying about like how everybody like on the internet, all the fans were saying, "Oh, the Zack Ryder gimmick's dead." He said it was dead. He never once really said it was dead. He always said that he always made if he was getting new gear made, he always got one for Zack Ryder made just in case that call happened. Well, here we are, guys. That call happened, and on Friday he showed up as Zack Ryder.
He did cut an emotional promo on the YouTube channel for the WWE after the matchup. He's quoted as saying, 5 years. It's been 5 years since I put on Zack Ryder boots. Every single morning, the first thing I do before I even open up my damn eyes is I ask, how can I get back here? What do I have to do to get back here? And it happened. So now we did say that this is not something that is long-term, that it is just a one-off situation, but there has been an agreement made between Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona and the WWE. Bobby, it definitely was awesome to see Zack Ryder on TV again inside the WWE, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the matchup between him and LA Knight. Now, if you haven't taken a look at the WWE shop page, you can go there and you can take a look and see that there is Zack Ryder merchandise that is available there. That is the agreement that was made.
Yes, we pointed out, we saw after the show the new merchandise. I know our immediate thought was, okay, this has to be long term. Thankfully, we were off stream, so we weren't sitting there putting this out.
Yeah.
And, we waited until we got that clarification that it was a one-off. Are there going to be more opportunities? More than likely.
Mr. Best.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is opening the door to a possible full-on return. Because I did mention on SmackDown that maybe this is a possibility that we see him. Maybe this is a one-off for him showing up on SmackDown. That doesn't mean that he can do a one-off appearance at, say, the Royal Rumble, for instance.
Right.
And this merchandise deal, I'm really wondering if it's what it is, if it's just t-shirts and clothing like we've seen on the WWE shop, or if it's going to lead to action figures, or even if it's going to lead to appearances in video games and whatnot as well.
True. Very, very true. I never thought about that. They could open up that world for video games to, include as legends of the WWE, or to, for a new line of action figures. And, well, I mean, Zack Ryder's got a number of those action figures with the WWE out there already, and we know that he is an aficionado of the action figures.
He's literally my go-to when I want to get history on some of the action figures.
Of course. I mean, who better than somebody who is building an entire room specifically for his action figure collection.
Yeah.
It's insane. And then, kind of owning his own, manufacturing for action figures and creating them and doing these things. Yeah. Maybe that leads to a, maybe a little partnership deal.
Yeah.
If if those new LJN line, if that new LJN line that's arrived has a Zack Ryder figure, I'm going to pick it up.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course. That makes absolute sense.
Yep.
Dollars and cents is what we're talking about right now. We've made it through our first two, and we got to pay the bills here somehow. And the easiest way for you to help us with those bills is simply by getting yourself something from our merchandise store. Just like I am wearing the Turnbuckle Talk shirt, we got a number of things available for you right here.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
Or if that's a little too difficult, you can just check out our website as well, turnbucklestudios.org, where you can click on shop and it'll take you right there. Then you can click on the picture of the item that you want and it'll take you directly to the store that's dedicated specifically for that show. There is a man that has been working multiple shows that now reportedly is officially signed a contract with the WWE. And this is one that's huge because we've all been expecting this. We've all been waiting for this. We all knew that this was coming at some point. We just had no clue when, considering the partnership that is there right now between two companies. But it has been reported. And Mr. Best, I'm going to let you go first on this one.
I'm going to say this with a giant smile across my face, but Joe Hendry has signed a deal with the WWE, and I've been waiting for years for this deal to happen. I've been a fan of Joe Hendry's, and I've said this before, since his days wrestling in Germany, since he started basically over 15 years ago almost now. And I've seen this guy's journey, and it's just, I'm like, he's finally hit that pinnacle in the WWE. And the future is still very bright for him in the WWE.
Oh, yeah. For
100%. I can't wait to see what he does in the WWE. I'm waiting for those music videos on like Chad Gable, videos on Seth Rollins. I can't wait to see this now.
Of course. Mr. Dynamic.
If you look at the moments that Joe Hendry has had this year, just on the WWE side of things, the Royal Rumble appearance, Randy Orton's mystery opponent at WrestleMania,
right?
Which I called on just in passing. I'm like literally, what if it's Joe Hendry? And then suddenly Joe Hendry walks out.
Yep.
You get, the NXT PLE title matches. So this was coming. Apparently his contract was due to come up in TNA next month, but much like they did with Jordan Grace, reports are that WWE moved very quickly to get this deal from TNA.
And here's the interesting thing too, right? He's going to be starting in NXT, so there is still that possibility that he goes to TNA and does matches there because of the deal that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that partnership between WWE and TNA right now is huge, and the fact that we have been seeing people from both shows, NXT and TNA, coming together on different shows is mind-blowing still, to be honest with you, that we have been able to come to that. It is still mind-blowing, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be the last time if someone does decide that they're going to sign a contract with the WWE, that it's going to be the last time that we see them in TNA.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Is on the flip side, TNA signed Wes Lee from NXT as well. So there's a possibility that even Wes Lee comes over.
True.
And again, Joe Hendry, I'm so happy for you, man.
Yes. I know Mr. Best had his hopes for Joe Hendry in the John Cena tournament.
Right.
He had him picked for both Friday and for Monday as the mystery opponent.
Which, in retrospect, I'm glad that didn't happen.
I mean, I was hoping that, we would get Joe Hendry in that tournament because he's been pining for that match for the year.
Right.
And I think that would have been perhaps the most fitting way for John to go out. But I am glad it didn't happen. Joe, I think, is going to be one of those guys that spends a short time and then is hot-shotted to the main roster.
Yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be, considering he's already been shown on, major PLEs on the main stage. I really don't see why not. Bobby Petito is believing in Joe Hendry as well, and he believes that he could see Joe Hendry go after Ethan Page for that North American Championship in NXT.
Oh, it's 100%. Sorry, Carl.
I think that it would be fantastic to start that way.
And I think it's 100% clear, because right now he is involved in an angle with Ethan Page, although it is for the mixed tag team titles right now. The AAA mixed tag titles, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, the AAA ones. Good for Joe Hendry. If the reports are correct and he is officially signed with the WWE, kudos to you. It's about time, and we are happy for you. It's just fantastic. I mean, since we're talking about contracts and people coming to the WWE, we should give a mention to somebody who is returning, per se, to the WWE as well. Apparently, we're hearing officially back with the WWE, and not just making appearances. There was an interview with very well-respected journalist Bill Apter, who says that Guerrero confirms, we're talking Chavo Guerrero, confirms that he has re-signed with the WWE and is now working behind the scenes to help produce AAA shows following the partnership that the WWE now has with AAA as well. This is wild. Who better to be able to be a face for that than somebody with the stature of Chavo Guerrero, a guy who has done so much in the business and part of such a historic family within the wrestling world. Good for him.
Yeah, I saw that. I felt this coming back in, I want to say it was in July at Triple Mania when he made an appearance, and I just knew that he would work as that. I thought he would come in as maybe like a concierge between WWE and AAA, but working as a producer, that's even better. Stories that Chavo can tell, because Chavo was a storyteller in the ring. Let's first and foremost on that one. And what a day for us to be reporting on this too. It is Eddie Guerrero Day in El Paso as well.
Yep.
Fantastic news for Chavo to have taken this deal with AAA, and I can't wait to see what he does. I've been watching the AAA product a little bit more faithfully lately, and I can't wait to see exactly what he can do with it.
when you look at the driving force behind the WWE purchasing AAA being The Undertaker, now you're adding somebody the stature of Chavo, who has an extensive history with AAA and, of course, Lucha Libre. Who better to guide that company? I wonder, could we get Chavo in a general managerial role for AAA?
It's a possibility, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing, Carl. I don't see it just yet because the way that AAA's product has been going on, I don't think we really need a general manager because it feels like every promotion has a general manager right now, and
Right.
I don't really want to see it in AAA at this point in time.
But I was going to say, because there is one storyline that would truly make him make sense for that role, that is with Dom and Ray.
Okay.
You get him to make that match, whether it's at Triple Mania or the next Worlds Collide, whatever, whether it's title versus mask, however they want to do it.
So I may be mistaken when I say this, but I believe that Chavo has been hired by the WWE strictly to help produce with the WWE's AAA productions. So I don't believe that he is going to be a regular producer for AAA itself. I could be very wrong on that, and we'll have to take a little bit of a deep dive look into that. But I believe that it's only going to be for those specific things with the WWE's productions,
Okay.
including AAA.
Yeah, so when they do stuff like Worlds Collide or like they did the co-promotion with Triple Mania earlier, Chavo probably, if Chavo was a producer then, he would have been involved at that point.
Right. Now, they are two different and separate companies still, both with their own stories that are happening on either side. So this could definitely open up a world of more productions happening to allow Chavo to be able to do a continuous look and work with production and stories for the collaboration. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm wondering if you mentioned the collaboration there, and I'm wondering if he's gonna step in when a AAA wrestler, say, comes to NXT, for instance, like to help tell the story on the match that they're going to be doing or whatever, or whichever it is. Like if Mr. Iguana shows up and he wants to wrestle Ethan and they're going to have a match with Ethan Page, I wonder if he's going to be there to help guide that match along at that point, or if it's just going to be whole events that WWE and AAA do together.
Interesting. Yeah. Definitely interesting. Unfortunately, we don't have all the answers for that right now. We can only give you what we have. And as of right now, that's what we have from an interview that was done with Bill Apter, a man that I respect, a man that whose word I take very seriously. I don't take anybody's word as full gospel, but when it comes to Bill Apter, I respect what he does. And usually what he says is truth. So very, very cool. We are at the halfway point of things here in our time. So at this time, we're going to let everybody know what we do here with Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, because we have a lot of programming that happens each and every week. This speaks for itself.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday we go TNA when we brace for Impact at 7:55 p.m. Eastern. Friday we secure all details as we answer the call for the SmackDown security detail at 8 p.m. Eastern. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Sundays be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
And we do have our own little place on the internet. That is turnbucklestudios.org. You can go over there, click on the top header that says episodes. And for every show that has been given to me to upload to the website, it will be there. And that includes recently the Locker Room Breakdown and the Raw Patrol that just happened yesterday. Those are updated over there on the website, including the PlayStation Showcase, Saturday Night Gaming, and the Chris Parrish podcast, along with SmackDown Security Detail. There's so many shows there. Go and check out the website, turnbucklestudios.org. Click on episodes. You'll be able to see and click on to watch the latest show available from all of us. There appears to be a lot of shows that are going to be happening as well in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We have received news. It has come out. WWE even put out a press release on this as well, that Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, the MLSE, one of the premier sports and entertainment companies that has a long-standing history with the WWE, has come into an even bigger production and role with the company. They have a strong history together. They have done many things over the years, and they're looking to expand on that. The Toronto Argonauts, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Raptors, Toronto FC, the football club, and the Toronto Marlies. They have all announced a strategic partnership with the WWE. Guys, for me, this is pretty darn cool, considering that we have seen already some collaborations of sorts, I guess, given that there are championship title belts that have been made in regards to this. We're going to be getting a little bit more coming out of this now. Mr. Best, give me a little bit of what that is first, and then we'll go to Mr. Dynamic.
Yeah, so this whole thing comes into play. It's actually already in play, but it starts officially, essentially, when Monday Night Raw goes to the Scotiabank Arena, January 26th. That's going to be following the SmackDown in Montreal and the Saturday night main event in Montreal as well. There's going to be Maple Leaf games that we're going to see where wrestlers are going to be appearing at. That's going to take place on January 25th and January 27th. I'm just blown away by the amount of stuff that's here, so I'm trying to condense it all to what I can say here.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I'm looking here and I'm seeing potential PLEs are going to be coming out here. The partnership builds on existing launch of the exclusive WWE Legacy belts with the Maple Leafs, and the Raptors now with their Legacy titles. I'm wondering if now that's going to lead to even the Marlies getting a Legacy title. Maybe, who knows? Like, as I was looking through this, it feels like it feels very similar in vein to like those deals that like the city of Las Vegas got for WrestleMania, everything like that.
Right.
The Saudi Arabia deal. That's what it feels like too at that same time. Um, this is just this blows me away what we're going to be seeing coming into the city of Toronto here, and I can't put it all into short words here.
Let's let OM Dynamic give a shot at it. So let's see what he can come up with here as well.
Mr. Best, I think you nailed it. It reminds me really a lot of like this deal that they have with the city of Indianapolis, where you're going to get all of the big 4 pay-per-views in a 5-year span. You've got that new deal with the Honda Center in Anaheim. And this is absolutely huge. I mean, we do see it at just about every other venue. You're going to get members of the local sports team. As we saw last night, members of the New York Giants were at ringside and got into a scuffle with the Judgment Day. You're going to see the WWE superstars at the games, and it's fitting because you do hear wrestlers' music playing when they're in a break, in a TV timeout, or waiting for a face-off. This is absolutely huge. And the more PLEs, the more events coming to Toronto, maybe it's going to make it a little bit easier for us to be able to go.
Yeah, and this isn't like necessarily a very new deal with Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment. It's adding on to like it is a new deal, but it's adding on to like what they've done with the MLSC in the past. They've had a partnership with MLSC for my entire life that I can think of. I mean, every time they've gone to Toronto when we were kids, it was always Maple Leaf Gardens. Maple Leaf Gardens, every like 2-3 months, we'd see Billy Red Lions on our screen talking about it, or Sean Mooney talking about it, or even Doc Hendricks. But I'm tremendously excited. Carl, have you got anything to put towards it?
Well, in addition to all of that, they're going to be collaborating on exclusive merchandise, which you would figure that they would for sure. Original content, community-focused programs, and cross-brand appearances. So that's where the extras kind of come in. So with this, it's who owns a majority share, who owns 75% stake of MLSE. That's Sportsnet.
Yeah.
So we could see some original content, original programming like the WWE has done with A&E, where they have original programming there. They may have a Canadian-focused original programming that will be shown on Sportsnet.
A Canadian version of LFG, maybe?
Maybe, right? You know, like it opens up that world of opportunity for anything to really happen. They could go and, you know, maybe talk to Canadian collectors and do a show on, you know, collections that people have of WWE relics and merchandise. There's so many possibilities that are available for them now with that original content and original programming that would be shown on Sportsnet.
Yeah,
giving Canada a little bit extra.
You've got me totally intrigued now that you said original content. And I've been clamoring for original Canadian WWE content.
Right?
Yes. Well, I mean, and if you look back, I mean, we heard, you know, when NXT UK was originally created, that we heard that there was going to be an NXT Canada, NXT Germany, then NXT Europe. So is that maybe the direction that this is going? Do we get a partnership now with Maple Leaf Pro coming out of this?
We're going to have more on that, I think, in a little while. Yeah. Now, one of the things that really intrigues me as well is the community-focused programs where they may have, let's say, like here in our city that we're in, we do like a Moonlight Magic type of situation, right? And they usually bring in, you know, a band and stuff like that for it. Well, what's to say that in Toronto, they don't do their own type of, celebration things like this that involve the community and offer some WWE stars to go there and be part of that celebration as well, especially like if you're doing uh, an what is that, parking lot party or something like that for during a Leafs game or during a Raptors game, stuff like that, where you can now involve a little bit more of the WWE and some of the superstars to be there for those celebrations as well, to help bring in more people to that party and maybe even into the arena afterwards.
So something similar to what you and I went to in 04, Carl, the weekend of SummerSlam. WWE held an event at the CNE, Canadian National Exhibition place, where they had like they had meet and greets with the wrestlers. The wrestlers would met with fans. They were involved in boat races. I remember Chris Benoit crashing his paddle boat.
Yep, he did.
And Randy Orton doing the same afterwards.
Yeah.
And just Jericho and Fozzy putting on a concert that same weekend. It was a fantastic weekend, and I really I wanted more. I left that event wanting WWE to do more of that kind of thing.
Of course. The Fozzy concert was kind of an impromptu, air quotations on that really nobody knew about. We were just told, go down to the water.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, let's go down to the water. Let's see what's happening here. And we sat up on top of the hill, and we got to see Fozzy perform in their infancy.
Yeah. Wow.
His performance of TNT that night still rings in my head.
They still do that.
Yeah.
And anytime that they're performing, they still do that. It's wild. It definitely is so good. We got another story here that some say are good, some say are bad. We don't know, but we're going to give you our opinions on this anyways. We have a new TNA champion in that of one Frankie Kazarian. He wins the TNA championship on an Impact Live, not even a pay-per-view. He won this on an Impact Live after cashing in his contract, his Call Your Shot Gauntlet trophy. That's what it is. He cashes that in after some shenanigans kind of happened inside of the ring, where we now see Mike Santana drop the championship after working so hard and being on top of the promotion for months. We saw this happening. OM Dynamic, I'm going to start with you here. How do you feel about Mike Santana's short-lived reign with that championship after working and being pushed as hard as he was?
I am not thrilled with Mike Santana having to drop the title the way he did. And I am a huge Mike Santana guy. This was really, really, the way they did it disappointed me. And it's not like it's something we haven't seen before with the Money in the Bank or when Moose called his shot on Josh Alexander. I am thrilled for Frankie Kazarian.
Yeah.
Because he is one of the TNA originals and has never held the world championship. Much like we saw with Alex Shelley a few years ago when he won. So I'm thrilled that these guys are getting that run, whether it's, in their swan song in the twilight of their careers.
Right.
I just hope that they do right and give Frankie a decent, successful run before he drops it back to Santana.
Mr. Best.
I'm going to take a bit of a heel approach to this and say I like it.
Okay.
Remember back when Daniel Bryan won the World Heavyweight title at SummerSlam, only for Randy Orton, I believe it was, to cash it in seconds later after Triple H pedigreed him? That's what I kind of liken this to.
Okay.
Mike Santana, yes, he's huge. He's way over right now. But what makes a wrestler way over is not the capturing of the championship, but the chase for the championship.
Right.
So by putting the belt on Kazarian, you've now made Kazarian the number one heel in TNA. And now you've got that number one heel versus the number one babyface in Mike Santana. So now you can have Santana continually chase Kazarian and Kazarian possibly duck every time he goes after the title until Santino said, I've had enough. This match is happening.
True.
So by giving us that taste of Santana with the championship, it makes us want Santana to win the title back even more now because of this cash in.
Right. Bobby Petito is a fan. He says Frankie Kazarian is great in the ring and he is a future TNA Hall of Famer. I do want to put out there that this now makes Frankie Kazarian the 6th Grand Slam champion in TNA's history. Whether we like it or we hate it, the new TNA champ is Frankie Kazarian, and we just have to deal with it. On that note, there are things that we need to deal with here as well, continuously, on an everyday basis. Our minds never stop going. Our fingers never stop typing. Our hands never stop working. And sometimes it becomes tiring. But if you're interested in doing what we do, getting involved with what we do, learning how we do these things, or maybe want to be involved in different ways with an affiliation, then come on and become part of the Turnbuckle affiliation program because, well, we would love to have you.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And over at turnbucklestudios.org, there is a button that you can click on along the top that says join, where you can scroll down and there's a highlighted for you. It says click here to join. It will take you to another page. Fair warning. Just fill out a couple of little pieces of information and click on submit, and it will come right to us in email. We can take a look over all of it, and we will be able to get into contact with you and see how we can help each other with the Turnbuckle affiliation program. We have made it, guys, and we got about 10 minutes where we can now talk about our showstopper segment. If you've been watching from the beginning or saw the graphic for today's show, you know what we're talking about. And here it is for everyone else right now. Changing the channel. TNA's next big era. This one is huge, guys. Apparently now there are reports of a third company and organization vying for a deal to get TNA programming on their station. Who has the first two? Who knows about the first two?
That would be me.
Okay.
It was reported back in August that A&E and the CW are among interested parties in TNA's media rights.
Right.
That actually, the A&E side, actually, both those channels don't really surprise me considering they've carried wrestling. And I think, does the CW not carry TNA right now, or are they still carrying WWE. I can't remember what they're doing in the States right now.
The
I can't.
CW,
We don't have it, so I don't know.
the CW carries NXT,
Okay.
and on the CW app, they carry NWA.
Okay. So they have familiarity with professional wrestling.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Dynamic, do you know the third company?
I do. And for me, this is very, very intriguing. And we are talking about AMC, American Movie Classics. And this intrigues me because this is completely out of left field and out of the realm of AMC.
Right. I mean, we got to remember there were reports back in like 2014 that had suggested that AMC was part of the runnings to purchase the WWE
Yes.
when all of those talks were happening, right?
Yep.
So, not maybe necessarily fully out of the realm, but they have emerged now as a potential destination for TNA programming. If you're unfamiliar with AMC themselves as a channel, I know you'll be familiar with television shows like Breaking Bad, Mad Men, and The Walking Dead. Those are all AMC. So for them to expand and want professional wrestling content, I think is absolutely fantastic.
I
Yeah.
love it. They have apparently emerged as the front runner.
Oh,
In
interesting.
this situation, I'm actually glad that it's not the CW because they already have NXT, they already have NWA. And I know that they are more focused around teen drama shows, so to speak, like Gilmore Girls when it was a big thing and stuff like that. I know they were big for a show that we were a huge fan of in Arrow.
Right.
And I'd like to see the CW stick to that. They've already, in my opinion, they've got enough wrestling programming. Can they add more? Sure. But do you really need it? What I don't want to see with any of these deals, and we know that TNA is looking at potential WWE friendly networks.
Right.
Because of the partnership. What I do not want to see is TNA get switched nights because there has been a lot of talk of them moving to Wednesdays. And I do not want to see that. We don't need TNA going head to head with AEW.
Right. We do know that TNA is expected, not fully confirmed, but expected to make an announcement on the new media rights deal that they will be getting into by the end of this year. So we now know that we have 3 contenders.
Chris Parrish brings
And
up a
that's
really
cool.
good point. Chris Parrish brings up a really good point here too, saying, I'd wonder if Netflix would ever consider TNA because TNA and AMC do have a deal together, and a lot of AMC's programming is on Netflix right now. Could it be a possibility that we see some streaming stuff there for TNA as well? And what I like about this whole deal with AMC is one of those channels that likes to push that envelope just a little bit with their shows. With Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, The Wire, Mad Men, all those shows. I watch AMC pretty faithfully myself.
Yeah.
So I'm very intrigued to see how this goes and what this means for the TNA product as a whole when it comes to television. And if they are going to push that envelope as AMC, like I had mentioned, AMC programming has done.
Yeah.
To go along with Mr. Parrish's point, and I would love to see this, this is where I think if you were to do a 50-50 partnership with Anthem Sports and TNA holding over the wrestling side of things, and the WWE purchased the other 50% to give them the Netflix deal and give them that exposure on the streaming service, as well as, you can move all of the TNA Plus over there. It would be absolutely huge for TNA. And then they are staying with that WWE friendly deal.
Right. Parrish makes a good point again here. Says, let's not forget the timing when WWE stopped on Sportsnet in Canada and when TNA started. We all know this was done on purpose, so WWE could help out there as well. Also, if TNA wants to remain more family friendly, a great service option would be Disney. You put it onto Disney's streaming platform as well.
That would work too. Disney Plus in the Hulu section, more specifically, it would work.
Yeah,
it definitely could.
I would have also suggested maybe, like, we're seeing it a little bit with AEW, but Prime. You can go to a little bit, you can stay in the family friendly, you can go a little bit more graphic if you so choose. But again, you can move your PLEs and TNA Plus over to Prime. As well, you've got Prime shipping for TNA merch.
My only gripe with that, if they go to Prime is going to charge you extra money to do that service. Right. They do that with every service that Prime picks up.
Yeah, it's true.
With the if they were to go to Disney Plus, as Parrish had mentioned, you wouldn't pay anything extra.
Yeah. I'm okay with either Netflix or Disney, or whether it goes, to AMC. I don't care where it goes as long as it's getting into the homes of more people, is how I see it right now. TNA has been that underdog per se that everybody sits there and goes, are they really going to make it? And yet they continue to push through each and every week with every show that they do to show that they are still a force within the world of professional wrestling. QR code is on your screen right now. That is for turnbucklestudios.org. Scan that. Go check out the website. Check out all the offerings that are available over there. And while you're there, make sure that you click on hosts. While you are looking at the hosts, you can click on each person's picture and it'll take you to their place that is available on the internet and give you a little breakdown on each person where you can meet the team here at Turnbuckle Studios. We want to thank everybody for joining us here today, for being with us, for keeping with us, for sharing us out, for liking the posts, for liking the videos, for sharing it out, because, well, if you guys don't share it, you guys are the only ones that see it. And if you think other people need to see it, then go ahead and share it out. For Chris Best, for OM Dynamic, and for myself, Carl Carafel, once again, thank you so much for being here with us this week. Remember, everyone, the world's a scary place. Take care of each other.
Flagship show setting the tone. In the world of wrestling we stand alone. With news and reviews we lead the way. Turnbuckle talk every day. Turnbuckle talk every day.